Everybody's different, but for me, I just take my napkin and stick it where it's all gummed up and take your screwdriver and clean it up around there. You can't really clean that stuff up with a screwdriver because the screwdriver only picks at certain things. So when you have the napkin in there, you can kind of clean stuff up and you can apply more pressure so it doesn't scratch or peel off the metal. Just get in there. You don't have to clean it up where it's totally shiny, but I want to. I'm just pretty meticulous this way, but as long as it's clean, there's no gummed up residue, and the napkin also picks up all that excess stuff you can't pick up with a screwdriver. So just be careful though. Don't go too crazy. Just spray more of the stuff in there if you have to, if you want to. Stuff will pour out. And if you do have any excess spray in there, it's okay. The mortar will burn it up, so don't be too worried. Use about 1 bottle of carbon throttle body cleaner. So this is stuff that came out so far. Probably going to do it again in a bit, but for now I'm going to do the motor. While this dries up, I'm going to do the motor part right now. The EGR passage. I've just taken off the EGR diaphragm. It's over there, right where the manifold is. Right now I'm just cleaning it out, the port. I've sprayed some some cleaner. The EGR port right there. And all that stuff is coming out from right here where the EGR used to be. But right now I'm cleaning it out. But just spray some stuff in there, some cleaner. I don't know, Q-tips work pretty good, so fills up with crap. So just clean it out and take the gasket off the end of the diaphragm, and not too bad inside. I don't know if you can see, but it's not too bad. I'm going to spray it down a little bit though. These ports, not too bad. I'm going to clean them out though. Just take your cleaner, shake it up a bit, just spray it down there. Running out. This wouldn't be a bad idea to take a end of a drill bit and putting some paper towel on there, just stick it in there, cleaning it up a bit. Or if you got a toothbrush or any type of brush, get it down in there and just take as much of this crap out as you can without dropping it in there. I'm not going to go through the whole process, but this is the motor side of the, not motor side, but the EGR port, I guess the motor or whatever. So the first thing you may want to do is remove the gasket. I don't know why some people say the gasket's really hard to come off, but maybe it's just me getting lucky. But apparently you can reuse this. I don't know. I have no idea if I can reuse it. I don't know. But I'm putting this aside, and I'm gonna maybe consider it. For now, I don't know. I'm gonna clean this EGR port. So if you can, take it out. Take it out and put it on a napkin or something. Catch as much as you can. Just catch as much as you can. But it's okay if it drops in there, because it's just engine produces the carbon anyway, so be okay if it goes in there. It's not ideal, but whatever. Just a couple things I forgot to mention. The intake manifold, the gasket, the upper or the plenum gasket, I reused. It's a metal gasket. It has 3 plates that are welded together just by the edges, so you can see the 3 little plates. Didn't look warped or anything, so I just reused it. So the torque specs, to bolt the 9 bolts back on the manifold, I torqued to 16 foot-pounds of torque. It says about 16 to 18 foot-pounds of torque, so yeah, I've heard there's going to be problems if you over-torque it or under-torque it, so I don't know, you may want to look into that. When I was cleaning it out with the throttle body cleaner, afterwards I didn't spray it with water in the ports and stuff to clean it out. I just didn't think it was a good idea. That's my opinion. It was a sunny day, so everything got to dry out. I put the manifold opening the hole downwards so everything drained out. As far as terminology goes, this is the intake manifold. When you take this off, the EGR port is somewhere down in here. Anyways, the complementary end, which is just below this, I think it's just the intake going down. I don't know the proper terminology for that, but when you take this off, there's going to be like the complementary 6 ports that these bolt onto, and then the EGR. Before you clean that out, you may want to take this EGR diaphragm off. There's 2 bolts right there. I think they're 10 mil, I believe, or 12. You take that off, and then you can start cleaning this out. The EGR port, not in this part, but below it. Because when you clean it out, it's going to start puddling up in this rectangle hole right there, and then there's going to be a little plunger right below this cylindrical shaped diaphragm, and there's going to be that plunger, but in this rectangle shape, you'll see it, it's on this side. It's going to puddle up there once you spray the throttle body cleaner in there. So if it puddles up, don't be too alarmed. You can get a vacuum and suck it out, but when that stuff's in there, you might want to take like a toothbrush or Q-tips and just clean around it, and after, if you don't have a vacuum, stick some paper towel in there and it'll absorb up all that throttle body cleaner. Yeah, and as far as the diaphragm goes, I didn't show a video on cleaning that. Again, it got a little cold and dark, so there's a little plunger, like I said, right in the middle underneath this diaphragm here. Just take a pocket screwdriver and wedge it in that plunger and lift it up, and just spray some cleaner in there. Get some Q-tips, clean around it. Just make sure when you take it out and you let go, it sucks right back in, and when you pull it out, make sure it doesn't get jammed anywhere. Other than that, I think that's all you need to do to clean it. You can. Sometimes people learn the hard way. For me, anyways, these wires go from the distributor cap all the way down to the spark plugs. Now, when I reinstalled the intake manifold, throttle body, airbox, I realized that these wires were underneath the manifold, throttle body, and this airbox. So I had to take them out, fish it back, and redo this all over again. It took me about 5 minutes, but I don't know, just keep an eye out for that. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, not too much. Save yourself some grief. I thought I'd just share it with you. It's not fun.